Bum 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 bum.
And now it's time for the $1,000,000 question.
Hello and welcome to the Durham Talents channel. My name is Jesse Durham. For today's installment of our quote series, we're going to discuss the saying or quote of $1,000,000 question. Now, you should know that we evaluate these popular or well-known, or perhaps not so well-known, financial quotes through an infinite banking lens. Infinite banking, according to R. Nelson Nash's book, Becoming Your Own Banker. Now, this saying is supposing to refer to a very difficult or a hard question. No, it's not what are we having for supper that leads to so many marital debates. But here's what I would say, I believe, is the $1,000,000 question for the average American. When you see in Nash's work where he points out the fact that 34.5 cents of every dollar that we earn is spent on interest alone for our lifestyles, whatever that may be, in our housing, automobiles, etc. When we realize that we're, as the average American, bleeding out interest dollars, I believe then the $1,000,000 question is who controls the banking function in your life? How much interest have you paid and will you pay over the course of your entire lifetime? And I know for us it can be a bit of a challenge to think long range like Nash encouraged us to do. We have a very microwave, a very instant gratification mindset nowadays, and we're programmed that way. We're encouraged that way. We're funneled that way, to be sure. But if that's a little bit of a stretch of thinking for you, just remember this. If me pointing out how much interest you may or may not pay over the course of your lifetime seems like a very long time, well, just remember, you'll be here for all of it. So what I think the $1,000,000 question is how many interest dollars have we paid out? Money that'll never return to our household, our business, our pocket for the investments we want to make, whatever it is that we want to do. And how much will we pay into the future if we don't account for our own need of finance for ourselves? Well, I'm here to promote the idea that you can become your own banker. 7 years ago, I picked up a book called Becoming Your Own Banker by R. Nelson Nash. I saw a presentation where I was exposed to the idea that I could become my own banker. And over the course of that time, my wife and I, we've done things like paid off student loan debt, paid off vehicles, taken and financed our own family vacations, bought business equipment, and many other things, made some investments, done things that we wanted to do by controlling the banking function in our lives, keeping more of those interest dollars that had prior been going to someone else's pockets, but instead keeping that for ourselves and just growing and expanding our own privatized banking system so that I could answer this $1,000,000 question with you. So I hope that this has been encouraging, and I hope that this has been a bit insightful. If you'd like to learn more about what this idea is of becoming your own banker, then I would encourage you to read Nelson's book. I would encourage you to subscribe to this channel, to put any comments that you have down in our comment section. And if you'd like to reach me directly, then don't hesitate to reach out to 828-817-4223, or you can email durhamtalents@gmail.com to be able to schedule a free consultation. And I look forward to our next conversation. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Yep, time for the $1,000,000 question. Bum 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 bum.
And now it's time for the $1,000,000 question. Is that your final answer?
I wouldn't be surprised if I got more comments about the whole marital dispute over what's for supper question than anything else. That was real talk, people. That was real talk. Some of y'all felt that.